So guys, this is a starting project here. If you see, we have a Hello World Next.js project. It is compiled successfully. If I open my project on localhost 3000, you will see this is actually the project. It has got a simple heading, Next.js convert HTML to PDF. And we have already installed these modules. We do need to install these two npm I JSPDF and JSPDF-Autotable. So I've already installed these packages. So JSPDF, JSPDF-Autotable. So you just need to install these two packages. So it will be mentioned inside your package.json. If you see this JSPDF and JSPDF-Autotable. So we are using Next.js. You will see that. So now to get started, after we install these packages, just start this application and npm run dev. So it will start your development server. So the very first file we need to edit is in the pages directory. So this is actually your directory structure. You need to go to the pages directory of your Next.js project and just open this main file, which is index.js. So right here, this is containing your head tag, the title tag, the main tag. Inside that we have just a h1 heading which will say an Next.js convert HTML to PDF. After that we just need to simply uh, create an API route. So right in the pages directory, what we will do, we will create an API folder, and inside this API folder we will create any API route. Let's suppose we create people. You can call this anything. I'm just calling people dot followed by the JS. This is a JavaScript route. So here we simply be creating a API route which will export set of users as JSON response. So for doing that, we just need to write export default, and then we need to say the request and the response. So it's a API route file that we are writing. So it's arrow function, and inside this we need to exactly tell what response that we will be sending from this API route. So you'll simply say response.status, and here you need to tell the status here, which is 200, and then we need to tell the JSON. So we'll be returning JSON from this file. So it will return an array of users. So you'll simply be just putting this square bracket, and a set of objects you will be returning here, the name property, which will hold the name of the person. Then we will have the actual age, so it will be numeric, and then we will have the country, which will again be a string value. So what we need to do, we just need to copy this several times more. We can simply put a comma. So we just need to change the data here. So we have this data. So what I will do, I will simply copy paste it just to save some time. So we actually have written this API route. So what if you want to open this now, or what you need to do, this is your home page, localhost 3000. If you want to try this, you just need to say /API/people. So if you hit this URL, localhost /3000/API/people, sorry, this needs to be slash. So now if you see, it's a API route that we have made, server-side route, which are returning actually the list of users that we have written. It can either come from a external API as well. If you are storing it in a database as well, you can just do it. In this example, we are just listing users in a particular file and returning it as a JSON response, just for showing this as an example purpose. So this is actually a API route that we have written in Next.js. And now to consume this, we just need to go to our index.js file. And now for doing this, for consuming this inside your application, we do need to use get static props. So here in this we will simply say export async function, and then we'll be using this get static props function to actually access this API route. So for this we will be making a simple fetch request. So you simply say it will be a async function. We will say await, and then we'll make a simple fetch call to the actual API route. So it is located at localhost 3000/API/people. So the exact URL that we opened. So we are simply making a fetch call to retrieve those users. So after that, we just need to again make a fetch call again, await, and this time we need to get the JSON response. So response.json. So now it will retrieve those JSON users. We can even console log it as well. So this request will automatically happen because this get static props function will automatically, if you open this localhost 3000, if your get static props function did not return an object, did you forget to add a return? Oh, we do need to add a return statement, guys, because get static props just want this return statement to happen. So just add this return statement, and we do need to pass it as a prop as well. So we do need to pass a prop, which is a information to the component. So this time we'll be passing it the people which we are fetching it. If you see, we are fetching these people and we are just passing it as a property, as a prop in the return statement from get static props. So if you have studied Next.js, you will know what I am doing. If you go to inspect element, just see in the, so this is a browser console, guys. You don't need to be confused. There are two types of console, in the server side console and the browser side console. So here we are writing the server side code because we are just making a simple call to the user to make a fetch call. So right here, this will come in the server side console. So here you can see all these data is coming. So the result of get static props is shown in the terminal of the server side. So here this is at the server side. All this data is coming right here. If you see, we are getting these users and from the fetch call. And now we just need to pass this data as a prop. So now how we can dynamically do this? So we need to go to the home component and just consume this. So we can simply destructure it and just call it people. And after we do this, we can actually have after this heading we can have a div. Inside this div, so inside this div we can have a unordered list, and inside this unordered list we can actually have curly bracket and just say people, and this is the actual an array here. We can use the map operator, and then we can destructure the name and the index variable, and then we can simply, in the list item, we can simply put a key parameter, and inside this li tag we can simply show the name of the user, and we can simply print it using the curly bracket name. So if you refresh now your application, you will see these users names coming. So this data is coming from the server side route from get static props, and we are showing this information on the web page. So in this way you can show this, and now the objective is to convert this into PDF, into tabular structure using jsPDF. So after this we will write a simple custom component. This component I will call this as generate PDF. So just go to the root directory and just make a components folder. So inside this components folder, we will simply make a component, which I will call this as generate PDF JS. So inside this component, we will write the export statement, export function, export default function. and we'll call this as generate PDF. And it will return actually generate PDF. This is a simple functional component that we have written. Now we can simply include this. So in the pages directory, we can simply have a generate PDF component. So automatically it will be included from the components by VS Code. So in this component, guys, we do need to pass a property which is person. So whatever people, it will be passed. So I will call this as person. So we are actually passing this people object as a property to this component generate PDF. So we are calling it as person. So now going to this component, we need to actually destructure this information coming. So we'll be destructuring it as an object of person. So now inside this component, instead of having this, we'll have a button. So this button will simply say download PDF, and we'll be binding a on-click listener to the button. So you'll call it generate. You'll call this as you'll call this function, and the button type, make it primary button. So after you do this, we do need to write this function, which is generate. When we click the button, so we call function generate. So inside this function, we do need to import JSPDF and JSPDF-Autotable. So just at the top, we can import JSPDF from JSPDF, and then we do need to import JSPDF-Autotable. So imported all these dependencies. So now we can make a new document using this constructor of JSPDF, and then it contains a function Autotable. So inside this takes an object. First property is the head of the table, and it actually takes so here you will provide the column names, name, age, and country. You need to put a comma right here, and after that it takes the body of the table. So inside the body, we will simply say whatever is the person which is passed here, and we need to map it. So again, we'll be using the same concept. We will destructure the property name, age, country, the three properties available. And what we will do, we will simply loop through. We will return name, age, country. So this is a thing. So after we do this, we just need to save this document. So you can call the save function. We call this as result.pdf. That's all. So if you just refresh your application, guys, you will see this button appearing. If you click this button, you will see your PDF document will get downloaded, and you will see name, age, country, and all these records which are there. It is actually downloading it as PDF document in Next.js. So we have written complete project, guys, from scratch. It's a very mini project, but still you got to know about more things in Next.js, how to make server-side routes, how to convert PDF using JSPDF. So quite a lot of functionality we built in this video. So if you if you like the video, then please hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and do visit my website as well, guys. Free Media Tools. If you just open this in the browser, it actually contains free tools regarding audio, video, and image. And I will be seeing you in the next video.